Hello everyone, thanks for pressing play. You are watching a brand new episode of Talking Comics, ExcaliburCCGTV, where every week we come together to tell you about the fantastic comics that are hitting the shelf. We are talking about August 17th, 2016 this week. I am Chris.
I'm Randy.
Guys, we are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana, as well as in Texarkana, Texas. You can always find out what's going on with us at our website, ExcaliburCCG.com. Also, in the description down below is our links to our Facebook and Twitter pages. Sign up, join those, have fun with that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You know you want to do that because we talk comics. We have fun talking comics. Our fans have fun talking comics, and that's just what we do. So if you're a new subscriber, thanks for being a part of our community, whether you came by YouTube, Stitcher, iTunes, Bleeding Cool, Between the Staples, anywhere and everywhere that syndicates us. We Be Geeks. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate everybody help being a part and help grow this community.
We be appreciative.
Very appreciative. Guys, we got a ton of stuff to cover, but the final quick announcement that we need to make, Randy, what's happening this weekend?
This weekend, you will be at GeekCon.
GeekCon.
We still have tickets all the way up until the day of. So come on down. You can get them. We do have one day and weekend passes now.
Okay.
One day, $15. Weekend pass, $20. It gets you into the show. You can come. You can peruse through all the awesome little creamy goodness that we're going to have there for you, and meet Elvira, meet Tara Reid, and most importantly, meet George Perez.
Yes, exactly. And with each adult ticket that allows...
One adult ticket allows one child.
There we go.
12 and under.
12 and under. Okay.
If you have more then and not enough adults, then that means you're going to need to go over, get in line, and for $5 get the next child in.
Okay. Yeah, no child left behind.
Something like that.
Exactly. Get him into the con, have a blast, guys. We've been telling you about it for weeks now. I think at least 2 months now. We've been telling you about it every week. Should have been on your calendar. You have plenty of time to request off from work. There's nothing more important going on this weekend. This weekend here in Shreveport in GeekCon for all of our pop culture geek fans. Be there, have fun. Come say hi at our booth. We'll be there front and center. Come say hi to everybody. Come by the shop if you get a chance as well. Randy's going to be here at the shop, and we're just going to have a good time like we did last year and just have fun with GeekCon. So there we go, guys. That's the announcement for this week. Now we got to dive into some new number ones that we're going to be covering for this week. Lots of cool stuff coming out. And we got tons of other things to cover as well. But I'm going to go ahead and start off with DC stuff.
Do it.
Still getting some more Rebirth titles out there, starting with Supergirl Rebirth #1. This is by Steve Orlando. We got Emanuela Lupacchino on board here as the artist as well. And this takes a look at Supergirl turning to the DEO, the Department of Extra Normal Operations, to help restore her powers. And she also has disaster strike at home in the form of the last Kryptonian werewolf, Lar-On. I had no idea there were Kryptonian werewolves.
Okay.
That's a new one for me. I mean, there were all kinds of criminals and stuff. I mean, if you go I'm not sure how much this is going to be based off the TV show. Because in the TV show, she kind of hitched... She was ejected from the planet when it happened. She and Kal-El split paths. That's why he got to Earth first.
Right.
In the TV series, she kind of piggybacked or latched on to the ship that was used as a planetary prison.
Oh.
And this may have been a prisoner on that ship that came to Earth along with her in the TV series that she's currently in. So I don't know how tied in all that stuff is, but a Kryptonian werewolf is kind of a freaky idea to me.
Yeah.
So
don't forget they have the revelation within this comic of who her father is as well.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. You remember that, don't you?
No, I don't. Oh, wait. I do remember something.
Something to do with a certain Superman? One that is not fully human?
What? No, I'm not. Wait. You're talking about Lex Luthor?
No, Cyborg Superman.
The Cyborg Superman. Yeah. That's right. That was hinted at.
That was one of the things they said at the big reveal that they had that we had playing at the shop.
That's what it was. I do remember that now. Yeah, I do remember that now.
Yeah.
How?
So there's going to be lots of weird stuff going on.
Kryptonian werewolf. Have fun with that in Supergirl, guys.
Yeah. We had the Rebirth issue a couple weeks back. Now we have Batgirl and the Birds of Prey #1.
Yep.
With this book, it's taking a look at Barbara, Dinah. I've always said Dinah. Is it Dina? Dinah?
Dinah works.
Dinah. I don't know what they say on Arrow. Is it even her name on Arrow? Dinah and Helena, they are back together as the Birds of Prey. They are searching for someone who is using the name Oracle and trying to put an end to that.
Yep.
However, two of the ladies want answers to the questions, and one of the ladies just wants to shut Oracle up permanently. So not everybody's on the same page there.
They're not on the same page at all. Yeah, let's sure they call her Dinah Lance.
Okay,
yeah,
that's why I always call her. But I was like, well, I thought I've heard somebody say Dina before. I was like, I've never thought that, but
yeah, no.
Okay.
And I always mix up. I always want to misread it. Even though I know it's Dinah, and say Diana.
Diana.
Yeah, that's my first inclination. So, guys, we had the Rebirth just here recently as well, but Suicide Squad #1, the regular series, drops this week with Rob Williams and Jim Lee. This starts off the Black Vault storyline. There is a super important item that has crash landed into Earth and has fallen into enemy hands. And there's only one group of people that can take care of this situation for Waller, and that is Task Force X. The government wants tons of plausible deniability, and you're going to get espionage and ultraviolence with this as well. We get to take a look at this and see who will and who will not survive this particular mission, and how long Jim Lee will draw pages for this series.
Harley Quinn survives.
Always.
Deadshot
Harley
survives.
You think so?
Captain Boomerang, if he's there, survives.
He's probably gonna hang out for a while.
Katana probably survives if she's there. I don't know how close this, echoes the show or the movie, but guarantee you there are some characters there that will survive.
They're gonna stay there for a long time.
For a long time.
Now, speaking of that, there was I saw a headline that said that like Harley Quinn is like DC Comics' 4th or 5th franchise period or something like that. It's like a Superman, Batman, Superman. Then I don't know what else, and there was like Harley Quinn. So yeah, Harley Quinn's going to be surviving.
Probably
for a
would
while.
have put her at 3 there, maybe.
Maybe that was
even before like Flash or
possibly
Green Lantern, something like that, or Wonder Woman. I would probably put Harley over them.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
how it is.
Yeah, here's something that's crazy. The series is about to be a show on AMC, but before it comes to television, it's going to be in comic books.
Yes.
We're talking about Brian Wood's new Dark Horse comic, Briggs Land.
Yep.
#1 hits this week. With this, it's taking a look at Briggs Land. This is 100 square miles of wilderness that is home to the largest secessionist organization or anti-government group in the United States. Now, the husband, Briggs, I don't know his first name yet, of the group, this movement, is incarcerated, and his wife, Grace, decides she is going to assume the head of the group, which instantly sparks civil war amongst the community, and not just the community, but her family. Yep. So I'm excited to see what's going on with this. It has all the makings. This sounds like a great makings for a TV series. So I'm interested to see with Wood, because he's writing both. He's doing both.
Yeah.
How much he makes them follow each other, or because it's very much so like Outcast in that it was being written while the show was in production, that there's not a whole lot of material to go off of, that they're going to kind of go their own way so that you aren't seeing the show first and then getting the comic and going, well, this is already, I already know what's going on. It's kind of, these are very different to like Preacher and Walking Dead, where the material's already out there for it. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how they handle this. But I'm totally down for it. They say if you like Sons of Anarchy or if you like Justified, this is going to be a book you want to pick up and a television series you want to watch.
Exactly. I'm very interested in it.
Yeah.
Very, very interested in it. So, guys, check that out from Dark Horse, dropping this week. Another one I'm interested in that's dropping this week from Image Comics, Demonic #1 by Christopher Sabella and Nico Walter. This is a Skybound-ish series, which is Robert Kirkman's.
It was a pilot season.
Yeah, several years ago.
I think this was one of those that Silvestri drew.
I think he did.
Yeah, it was Kirkman and Silvestri did like 5 different ones. I think this was one of those.
Yeah, and now we're getting a 6-issue miniseries from Image through Skybound, Kirkman's banner that he has there. And this is going to be focusing on Detective Scott Graves, how he'll do anything to protect his family, even bargain away his soul, which apparently he has. The only thing that he doesn't fear in New York he doesn't fear the criminals at all because of what's inside of him, because of the deal that he's made. So the question, when all is said and done, is what's the cost of your soul when it's already damaged? So this is going to be taking a look at a man who's sold his soul and what that's going to mean to him and for him within his family, within his role of work, and everything else. So I'm really looking forward to checking that out.
Cool. Here's a fun one, guys. And by fun, I mean dark and full of death.
Exactly.
We have Todd McFarlane gives us, it's a one-shot, Spawn Kills Everyone. It's a book where Spawn, you're going to find out, he's the strongest of them all because he's going to kill them all.
He's going to.
So, I don't know who all is. I don't know if it's variations of characters from other companies or within Image. I don't know, but it looks like it's kind of drawn in a cutesy style. I don't know if that's just the covers of it.
I don't know.
You know, Lil Spawn kills everybody.
Yeah, because that covers a little Spawn, like a Scotty Young
both
Spawn.
Of them were, yeah, they did both of them. But the guy that did the main covers, the person who did the interiors as well. So. J.J. Kirby is who the artist is.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So,
he's been around DC and Wildstorm. I remember him doing stuff at Wildstorm years ago, too.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been around. Yeah. I haven't seen him do anything recently, but the name is very familiar to me.
Well, I mean, Stephen Platt's kind of shown back up with some things.
I saw him.
And
yeah.
There are a couple of people that have shown back up that Marvel has someone that's drawing one of their books once everything kind of kicks off with a new round of stuff, like Prowler or something. And I went to look, and it's like, this is a guy that drew, you know, Brigade or something like that back in the day. Like, holy cow, where'd they pull this guy from?
Exactly.
Dust him off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole conversation we should have. We should have a conversation about it sometime about
maybe we should.
The talent that the companies have nowadays, the big two have nowadays.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't seem like they have the pool of talent to draw from like they used to.
Yeah.
A lot of people are doing other stuff for other companies and more creator-owned, but that's another time, another place. But guys, those are the new #1s that we're covering for this week. Very interesting stuff. Don't miss out on the DC stuff that's dropping this week. Briggs Land, have fun with all that. We've got several Civil War storylines to tell you guys about as well, because it's a big week for Civil War related stuff. I'm going to go ahead and start it off. We get another one-shot like we did last week. We got The Accused. Well, this week we get Fallen. Civil War Fallen, #1, and this is basically a one-shot taking a look at the fallen hero or monster, however you want to describe him, of Bruce Banner and the Hulk that took place with the Civil War event and what kicked this whole thing off. So, guys, that's what we're taking a look at this week with Fallen, #1 from Marvel Comics. Also, tying into that, we have several Civil War II miniseries that are continuing this week. Up first, we have Amazing Spider-Man #3 dropping this week. Ulysses Visions are wreaking havoc on Spider-Man. And then in this issue, we also get a team up between Spider-Man and Clash as they fight robots, and Clash returns to some of his old habits. So, guys, there we go. Those are two to check out from Civil War. The Civil War stuff dropping this week.
We've also got Civil War II Choosing Sides #4, and the material I pulled from is different than what I'm seeing here.
And it was for me, and I went to Marvel.com and I drew it directly from there.
So apparently this one features Nick Fury, the Punisher, and Power Pack.
Yeah.
Because the other one was saying J. Jonah Jameson.
Exactly.
So I guess J. Jonah's gotten the boot, and the Punisher's taken his place.
And then the cover I saw too was like split with Fury at the bottom or Punisher at the bottom, and at the top it was the Young Avengers. I was like, what are you guys doing here?
It's a mystery. Who knows?
It can't be ruined because we don't know what's going on.
You may be surprised when you pick up the book to see what the stories are actually about, but we're going to go with Nick Fury, Punisher, and Power Pack.
Exactly. Taking a look at them. So, guys, also we get Civil War II, Gods of War #3, focusing on Hercules as he is trying to stop the uprising storm. This threat of these modern age gods trying to come on board mythology here, take out the old and bring themselves in as the new. But he teams up with Gilgamesh, Beowulf, Ire, Theseus, Sigurd, and Laura Lee, the gods of war, to fight them and to take them down with this issue right here.
Lorelei.
We
also have Civil War II, X-Men #3. This is third of the 4-issue series, and with this one, Magneto is gathering a group of mutant sympathizers to storm the castle. They're trying to take the assault to Adelan and to take and remove the future-seeing Inhuman from the game, from the board, from the war, because the mutants don't like the Inhumans having that advantage.
Exactly. I'm not sure I'm crazy about it either. Yeah. Next up, we also got All New Wolverine #11 dropping this week. Laura has fought to avoid her destiny ever since she's come into being. But destiny intrudes in her life, threatening those that are dearest to her. And with this issue, we can take a look at whether or not she will either be able to fight back what destiny wants for her, or if she is going to succumb to it. We'll find out with this issue.
Love that book. In Captain America Sam Wilson #12, we're going to look at who exactly are the AmeriCops.
Yep.
And we have something trending. # give back the shield. So, what all does it mean? We're going to find out. And Mockingbird #6. This is where Bobby is trapped at a cosplay Comic-Con cruise.
Exactly.
And she has to solve the mystery of a murder aboard that ship, but she's also having to confront some uneasy truths about her past. So we'll see. That's an interesting one.
That whole premise, that premise, I was like, that's funny. That should be interesting. Power Man and Iron Fist #7 drops this week. Iron Fist is behind iron bars, baby.
Wow.
But also, will Danny's new criminal allies protect him from his old criminal enemies? We'll find out with this issue.
Spider-Woman #10 hits, and this is kind of plays off of the last issue, where Jessica Drew is tired of all the big superhero stuff. She just wants to be a private eye, be on the sidelines, doesn't want to get involved with the war, but Carol's not having any of that. So Spider-Woman is kind of being forced by Captain Marvel to take a side, and it may not be the side that Carol likes.
She's just a bully.
She kind of is.
Just a bully like that. And last one up, guys. Ultimates #10 this week. The one thing that could tear the Ultimates apart forever is inside a briefcase that Carol Danvers has in her hands, and someone just opened it.
Ruh-roh.
Also, Thanos. And he has an ally. Who would be helping Thanos out at this juncture? Could it be a hero? Could it be an Inhuman? A mutant? We'll find out with this issue, guys.
Anywhere within the Ultimates realm of what's been going on, I have an idea.
Do you suspect?
And the guy that they pulled from way out, the person that blew Marvel knows. The crazy guy that they have locked in their cell now.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know? Yeah, have you not been reading it?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
I think you and Buzz have.
I don't know the guy's name, but he's somebody that kind of is insane, can see beyond what's actually happening in reality and different things like that, and is like uber powerful. And so he's somebody that may be the person.
That may be the person. So, guys, like I said, it was Civil War tie-ins for this week.
Lots.
For all the storyline stuff, and we've covered all that, guys. In a few, at this point now, in a few weeks, we're going to have a Batman storyline that we'll be covering with the new DC Rebirth stuff that's happening. But, guys, up until then, it's Marvel for the big storyline stuff. But, guys, those are the storylines. Now it's time for us to dive into some of our favorites, some of the first comics that we'll be reading when we get our stacks and we take them home. Randy, what's up for you?
I love the first issue of Black Hammer.
Yeah.
Black Hammer #2 hits this week. With this one, we're taking a look. We've now seen that we have these individuals that were these Golden Age superheroes, and now they are trapped, or sent to this other dimension, something where they're trapped in other bodies, as people that are pretty much just normal farmers on a land.
Mm-hmm.
And this issue is going to take a look at Golden Girl, and she happens to be the superheroine that found herself trapped in a young, unaging girl's body, and you know, the effects of what that means. So you kind of got to see a little bit of the sassiness with her, where she wasn't too happy with that, smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, skipping school, and
whatever
else the 9-year-old's expected to do.
Yeah, she like beat somebody up or something in town. There was something. So not a lot going on of good going on there with her.
Right.
She's not taking it too well. In Wicked and Divine #2, this is the end of the story arc, and we're going to see that a little extreme violence never hurt anyone. So, what's that mean? I don't know.
Is McKelvey doing it?
McKelvey's doing it. Doing it.
It'll look
well.
beautiful and extreme and violent all at the same time. That's crazy, guys. For me, Black Hammer #2 is one of my picks of the week. Definitely, I want to see what they do next with that #2. But also for me, Horizon #2 from Image Comics is dropping this week as well. I liked the first issue that was put out. This is a twist on the alien invasion concept that we've seen before with aliens invading Earth. Well, in this situation, Earth is invading somewhere else, but those aliens know about it, and they're trying to stop the invasion on Earth before it happens. So I'm really looking forward to that. And the main character is not the only one that's on Earth. She has other alien compatriots working with her, and we get to dive more into that with this second issue that's dropping this week.
Cool.
So, guys, those are our #1s, our storylines, our favorites. And now it's time for our pick of the week. Randy's new to this, but we've been doing this the past couple of weeks with Buzz. So this is the criteria, Randy. This is the criteria. If you could walk out of the comic shop, if you could only walk out of the comic shop with just one of the titles that we've mentioned, and the #1s, the storylines, or the favorites, what would be your one comic that you would walk out of the store with for your pick of the week? I know, right?
Oh, Lordy. I may have to go with Wicked and Divine. I love my book. It's probably a toss-up between that and Briggs Land. But, Wicked and Divine, I just can't do without that book.
That's cool. That's very cool. For me, I probably would go with Briggs Land. I think it's based on how well Starve was.
Yeah.
With Wood. With Brian Wood, he's got a little bit of juice with me right now. So I think Briggs Lane #1 would be my pick of the week. The one that I would leave everything else behind and take that one home and check it out.
Now, granted, this is me saying I'd take it home because I've been reading the book and so I know the story and everything like that. If like I'm a new person who's just walked into a store and I'm looking at all this stuff, then Briggs Land's going to be the thing I'd take home. So, but yeah. Wicked Divine.
We don't have that caveat here. You are safe, sir.
We assume everybody reads everything.
Everything. You guys read it all.
Okay. I got you.
So, guys, there we go. Those of you who've been asking, this is our 3rd week in a row now of doing the pick of the week. So I hope you guys are enjoying that. We've had several people chime in and participate with that as well. Cool. Say, like, my pick of the week is this and this. I even saw Perry get on there with somebody because one guy said, my picks of the week would be this, this, and this. And Perry was like,
one.
What's your one? What is your one? And I was like, go Perry! Way to go, bro! But no, guys, tell us in the comments below. Maybe your list of stuff is totally different from us, but tell us what your pick of the week. Remember, the criteria is you can only walk out of the shop with one book. One new book coming out this week. Tell us what it is in the comments below, and let's have fun.
I want to see what Skip says, because he's the one that walks out with a stack like that.
I know, right? Skip, it's about time, bro. We haven't had a comment from you in a while, so tell us down below. So, guys, that's that. Now it's time for our question of the week. Compliments of my man Randy here. Randy, what is up for the question of the week?
I'm going to make it real simple. I'm going to ask you, is the Superwoman controversy legitimate? Let's put it at that. There's controversy going around about the first issue of Superwoman. We did this just recently with Captain America, and it's being compared to Captain America.
Yeah.
Is this a legitimate controversy? Has DC taken a beloved character and done something absolutely appalling and uncalled for and just a travesty unto that character? My first thing is that this doesn't even compare to the Captain America thing, because Captain America, they took and totally changed who his character was.
Okay. With
something. And they lied about it. Because they said, oh, this is who he has always been. Bullshit, dude. You lied about it. and so there's that. This is taking new 52 Lois Lane, in which there is still pre-Flashpoint Lois Lane out there, and doing something to her character in which they told you within everything that her powers are killing her. Will she even survive the first issue? They said that.
Right.
So they did not say, this is a book about Lois Lane that you're going to want to keep reading. They were really hush-hush about it when they had their big show telling us about all the different books. Mm-hmm. They were very hush-hush about it. And then the solicit just had her, and they said, yes, that is Lois Lane, and basically so. People, I think, are kind of getting a little crazy with it. And for the people who want to claim that they're Lois Lane fans, I think they're more so Lois Lane fans of, like, 90s Lois Lane, who's really been the hard hitter and everything there that they wrote into the comics. Whereas when you go back to the old school Lois Lane, where she's Superman's girlfriend, she has to have that title in front of her name there. But of course, we had Superman's pal too, so I mean, there is equality in, like, both people are second-tier characters. She's getting into, I mean, it's basically like even going back to the old George Reeves show. She's always getting into trouble, and Superman's having to save her, or, you know, she's scared that Superman's going to kill her. You know, oh no, I'm out in space and Superman's cutting my line. Whatever's going to happen, it's perfect murder. That's my favorite cover ever.
That's the favorite cover ever.
But so she hasn't just always been the ballsy reporter necessarily.
Right.
So, you know, I think this is kind of an unfounded controversy. It's people making much ado about nothing with this character because the other Lois is out there. And, you know, she's going to return to being Lois Lane. We know that. She's not going to just be, you know, AKA whoever's out, you know, taking care of Jonathan. There.
Right.
She's going to be Lois Lane, reporter again.
Yeah, and with them having Jonathan as old as he is now, in the series, she's perfectly. I mean, she's at a point where she can be that at any time. Yeah. You know, it's not like she's still bottle feeding him or whatever the raising process was for a half human, half Kryptonian child.
Yeah. In fact, I think Superman is probably the better person to take care of him because of the powers and whatnot. Yeah. If she says, go to your room, and he flies off.
Well, that's a whooping coming from Soups. Woo! No, but really, guys, how big is this a big controversy to you? Is it as big? I mean, like Randy said, people are comparing it to the Captain America Steve Rogers controversy. Yeah. So what do you think about that? What do you think about this first issue? Because a lot of people, because we were looking at the Bleeding Cool article, and a lot of people apparently thought this was going to be the Lois Lane Superwoman comic book, you know, indefinitely. You know, forever till it was canceled or whatever.
Until it was canceled, yeah.
Yeah, you know, with 7-8 issues, you know. But that doesn't happen. That she's not the Superwoman at the end of the issue.
Anybody that read the New 52, the death of Superman, saw that when he died, he hit two people with lightning bolts of power during that time. What was going to be going on with this other character there? Did you assume that she's just not going to be important? It's just going to be Lois Lane that's important? The other thing is that with a lot of the comments and everything, people keep calling the pre-Flashpoint Lois Lane a housewife. Yeah. And they obviously have not been picking up and reading when it came out, Superman, Lois and Clark. Right. Because she had an assumed identity, and she wrote books, and she was investigating Intergang, which nobody had done previously, and nobody seemed to know what it was, but she knew it as soon as she heard the name because of previous knowledge. Yeah. So she was still a reporter. She was just able to do stuff under more secrecy. Yeah. Because she was a housewife. But it was still Lois Lane. Yeah. So I feel like people were expecting something here with the character, but it wasn't necessarily something that was normal and part of her history to begin with, I don't know. It's to me, they didn't take, if this is the end of this character,
right?
They didn't take and somehow do some sort of injustice. I think they're doing what they did with the New 52 Superman, and they're removing him from play.
Right.
So
I can see that.
I don't know. That's my thing. I do like the theory that possibly the New 52 Superman and Lois were clones and not necessarily, actual people.
That's a theory.
That's a theory that has been out there.
Interesting.
I've done research.
And who would have the stones and the wherewithal to clone such beings?
Lex Luthor.
Interesting.
Star Labs.
There we go, guys. So have fun with that. Tell us what your thoughts are on this Superwoman #1 controversy. Because also at the end, we're also introduced to a different type of Bizarro-like character.
Yes.
Or a Bizarra-like character. Let's not Bizarra. But guys, tell us in the comments below what you think about this controversy, because it has kind of blown up. There's been lots of people have taken to Twitter and other social media and are very disappointed in DC, and Phil Jimenez, who's doing the writing and the art for the book and stuff. Very disappointed that Lois Lane is not around. So have fun with that.
Here's the most important thing to know about Phil Jimenez. Phil is a name in which he does not have to just do a book because he needs to earn a paycheck. He picks stuff that he's passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
So he's taking and he's doing something here that he's passionate about, this story, and this is something that he tends to do more like projects of love there. And so I don't think that this is something where if he's meaning to be shocking,
right?
I don't think that it's meaning to be they didn't do the Marvel thing and take it to the press, the major media outlets like Marvel sure did with Captain America and whatnot. It's something where I think that this is just chill.
Just chill.
Well, especially because, like, if you see in the latest previews, there's someone that looks very much like Lois Lane on the cover. So I don't know. Just chill.
Seriously,
just chill.
Yeah.
I have a totally different reaction to this because I don't feel like they've stepped on this character's history in doing this.
Right.
Because they basically wiped away that character's history and gave her a new history 5 years ago.
Right. Exactly. That's the point. That's one of the main.
5 years ago, they stepped on some.
That was but not now.
Yeah,
exactly. So good point. So guys, there we go. Our #1s, the storylines that are hitting this week, our favorites, our pick of the week. Be sure and tell us in the comments below what your pick of the week is, and talk about the question of the week here. What are your thoughts on the Superwoman #1 controversy that is going on right now? We want to have a discussion with you about it in the comments below. So guys, that's really it for this week. Anything else to add, sir?
No.
No? Get your tickets, guys. We'll see you at the con. And if anybody comments about my awesome t-shirt that I got on here, you get a no prize. So there we go. That's not how no prizes work. That is how. Hey, this is my show. This is how it works on this show. Here we go.
No.
Exactly.
No.
So guys, that's it for this week. Until next time, be safe, take care, read great comics, leave us some fantastic comments down below, and we will see you in our next video. Maybe with some discussion about the con, maybe not. That may need to wait a little bit longer. Otherwise, we'll see you in our next video. Take care. Bye-bye.